go right up to the sanctum sanctorum, have the darshan and then exit from this side. So this is the construction that is a challenge to us. In next 3 months, by December 31st, we have to complete this construction. So I just thought that many people want to ask a question, when would the temple be complete? So it is better to clarify that ground floor will be complete in December 2023 and the entire temple will be completed in December 2024. So that is the phase 2.
What are the milestones that have been achieved and the ones which prove to be a huge challenge?
Actually, there are various stages in which we trying to complete. When we completed that stonework, when I am describing it is looking simple, but the putting the stones, cladding of the stone, making the roof of the stone, all of it, that required lot of skill, and that was supervised by Central Building Research Institute very minutely. Even what space is allowed between two stones is fixed. 0.5 mm is the maximum that can be fixed. Beyond that is not allowed. So that is what was done here, and we passed that test. To answer your question, the second milestone was that, and once that got completed, then we had the third work was the pillars, iconography on pillars. Now, here in the scheme of things, for the total temple, roughly about 350 pillars are there. These pillars, each pillar has got 25 to 30 figures, and these figures are also, in some manner predetermined. It is as per the Nagar Shaili temples and Awadh temple. For example, in the pillar, if you show Devangana, so what are the different moods of Devangana that will have to be shown on the pillar. So iconography of, you can imagine, 170 pillars, each pillar with 25 to 30 figures, that has to be done. So that milestone we are at the moment engaged. So on one hand, we are doing that. There is another thing that we have got to do, and we have to complete it. What you see, the brickwork here, that's lower plinth. This is the lower plinth. In this lower plinth, all through the temple area, around the temple, the total distance is roughly about 750 running feet. Now on this 750 running feet, we are going to narrate Ram Katha, the story of Ram.
Ram Ratan Dhan, Ram Ratan Dhan.
And that narration, about 100 murals depicting the life of Ram, starting from the time when Raja Dashrath was being blessed that he will have sons, and this will be the kind of description. From there, the time when the Ram was requested that we would like to take him to fight the demons, or later when he had to go for 14 years of Banvas, and then finally taking round all the events, finally coming here and celebrate the return to Ayodhya and his becoming king. All that will be shown. What is this Ayodhya? Who was Dashrath? So in order to make them believe that we have a genuine civilization, we have a very genuine history of 5,000 years back when Ram was born, we decided that the one way is to show the salient features of Ram, and that is why this Ram Katha was thought of. So the lower plinth will have the Ram Katha. This is another milestone. We have started working. This milestone may not be achieved by December 31,
I was going to ask.
but it will get completed before December 2024. To be exact, June 2024, we will have the entire mural. The work is going on. The work involves first the artwork, which is being done by a very famous artist, Vasudev Kamath. What was he given? He was given a shlok from Valmiki Ramayana. That's all. Now on that shlok, he has to imagine how the event is to be depicted. So he then makes the art. That art is then given to the sculptor. He first does the clay work of that art. Then he makes, once the clay work is approved by Vasudev Kamath, then the fiber work is done, and finally the carving on the stone, which is the final stone, Bansi Paharpur stone, on which the Ram Katha will come.
Tell me, what are the challenges which really tested everything, system and everything which you have faced so far?
Frankly, you know, we have very eminent company which is doing the implementation. It is Larsen and Toubro. We also have a very eminent monitoring team which is headed by Tata Consultant of Engineers. Then we have IITs, 5 IITs with whom I have signed the contract. And then we have Central Building Research Institute. The most challenging part, which engages my every day it is on an average there are 10 mails which I have to resolve, and that is on the difference of opinion.
What kind of differences?
Starting with the foundation, when the first difference was, should it be based on pile foundation or it should be based on excavating the soil, refilling the engineered soil,
To make a raft.
and then that engineered soil then becomes like a stone in 28 days. So there were two views. After all the high-rise constructions all over the world, that's being made on pile foundation. So everyone wondered, what's so special? Why can't we make it on pile foundation? But After great deal of debate within the trust and with these experts, we opted for the foundation where 12 to 15 meter was dug out, and once it was dug out, then it was filled. So you can imagine the opinion. How that opinion got resolved is interesting.
And they will follow the same stringent standard, quality standards and everything?
Of course, it will not have the size of this.
Of course, yeah.
But they will be in one campus and they will be placed in a manner that people with different faith, different level of devotion to those deities, they will have the opportunity to worship.
Very interesting question which I have been, keeping in mind for a while. One of the reasons why it was believed the temple is here is because after ASI's, when they did all their tests and all, and you found a lot of evidence of what was. Are some of those artworks inspiring some of these things here also or no?
Frankly, those artworks in some manner is not getting adopted in the format of this temple, because what they were proving was that there existed a temple here. They are proving that it is ancient and there is a history behind that. There is definite basis for the age calculation. So, and all that is going to be displayed in the museum which is going to be built. Now that museum, fortunately, we requested the UP government to transfer their international museum on Ram Katha, which is on the highway. It's a very good 3-story building. So rather than constructing here in the premises, because it would have also restricted the movement of a person who may not be wanting to visit the temple but wanting to see the museum. So he should not seek this kind of security which is offered here. That required lot of work, and I have to acknowledge that the government of Rajasthan also was positive. So at some stage when we could get the mining work opened, we heaved a sigh of relief. And then obviously we approached the people who had the right on mines, who owned mines, because we could not wait for licenses to be issued. So we first rushed to them, and before others could approach, we tried to do that. So this is the kind of thing which goes on, but at the end of the day, the issues get resolved, and that is, I would like to say that that is something very divine. There was a time when the supply of aggregates are the material which are used in the foundation. We were to get it from Madhya Pradesh, and there was a huge problem of that. But everybody, everyone, the district magistrate, if he was requested, he said, we shall come. If a request was made to transporters, they said, we will give support. If a request was made to railway board to give us containers which will have a green,
Concor made available those granites.
So granites was made available, and there was no stoppage. They all came directly to Kanpur, offloaded. In Kanpur we got help of the police, and even during daytime when the heavy vehicles are not allowed, we could get the material out.